sweets. I know I do. Sometimes, especially in the summertime, I want something cool and sweet and filling and luscious. And so I'm going to show you today how to make this beautiful molded Kanten out of cantaloupe and a few other ingredients. Very simple, super easy. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use agar-agar. Now, if you haven't used agar-agar in the past, it is a form of seaweed which is very popular in Japanese and other Asian cuisines. And Kanten is basically a vegan jello. Is this powder or these flakes are just simmered with a liquid the same way that gelatin is used to make jello, except these are from a plant that grows in the sea. Now, there's two varieties. There's also a third, sticks and bars, but what you'll find most easily are either these flakes or this powder, which is the easiest to use. If you want to make this recipe with the flakes, just use 3 times as much, so a tablespoon for every teaspoon. So it's incredibly beneficial in that this is very high in fiber. It has a reputation in Japan and in other countries in Asia as a weight loss aid because it absorbs liquid, makes you feel full. Women sprinkle a little in their tea or just sort of eat a little agar throughout the day to feel full. And there have been studies that show that it does aid weight loss. Now, I like to have it around to have a little snack so I can keep the old beach bod. You know what a beach body is? It's your body at the beach. So I like to make myself Kanten just because it's delicious and pretty and very fun. So follow along with me, and please go to robinasbell.com, where I've got a few other mentions of Kanten on my website, as well as a place where you can sign up to get a free cookbook. You can follow me online, and please follow my YouTube channel, because you know, when you come to my house, it's all about the flavor. Let's make Kanten. To start, I've got 4 cups of cubed cantaloupe. I've got that ready to go, but before I even start that, I've got 1 cup of water, and I measured out the powdered agar-agar, and this is about 6 teaspoons of agar-agar going into this 1 cup of water. And you can use juice. I'm just going to let this sit for a minute and soften. Now, if I were using the flakes, I would give that a lot more time. I could use that, but I'm not going to. So while that softens, I'm going to put my 4 cups of cubed pineapple. I'm going to put 4 cups of cubed cantaloupe into the blender. Just that simple. Nothing to it. And I'm going to then measure what I pureed so that it'll come out with the right viscosity and thickness. So I'm going to measure in my 2 cups of puree. And if you have a little left over, you can just drink it or, mix into a smoothie or something. So I've got 2 cups of that. So then I'm going to go ahead and start this up. And over kind of low heat, it'll take a little bit of time to get that dissolved. So I'll go ahead and put my cantaloupe puree into a bowl. And here is my agave, which is the dark raw agave. And it will make this a little darker color. And if you have really incredibly sweet, delectable cantaloupe, you can just skip that altogether, but it's up to you. And then I've got a little almond extract. And that's as much as we need for that. So I'm going to let this warm up. So very quickly, this little pot of water and agar has come to a simmer, and it's very thick, and I'm keeping it at as low a heat as I can get on this hot little burner because I want to dissolve the agar completely. I'll even move this over here. And just simmer along. You can see it's already thickening and it's kind of cloudy. And it's not essential that it be clear. It's not going to be clear like gelatin because we don't want gelatin. It's going to have a little bit of color to it because it is just powdered seaweed extract of a sort. And one of the many excellent things about making your own Kanten is that this agar has the ability to stay solid at room temperature. So after you make your gel, although I enjoy eating it cold, and I definitely recommend, chilling it to get it to firm up and before eating, just because it's more delightful that way. But it's not like the old Jell-O molds that you used to make with your mom, which would melt at room temperature slowly and eventually melt. So just simmering and whisking, getting a little bubble going. You want a little bubble, but we don't want a vigorous boil. And it's sort of a beige gel. And you just kind of want to look down into the bottom of it and make sure there's not visible powder down in there, right? Like when you're dissolving sugar and you want to make sure there's no crystals of sugar in the bottom of something. Say you're dissolving to make a syrup. So here we are. And I would call that good. So I'll just move this back. And here is our cantaloupe mixture, and in goes the agar, and just whisk that pretty quickly so it doesn't set up, right? You want to make sure it gets mixed in before it thickens. And we are just about done. So there you have your Kanten ready to mold. So I'm just going to pour it for this one into a glass storage tub. Now if you'd like, you can put it in a wine glass or something more fancy, but this is for me to snack on as my healthy snack. And I've got some raspberries, which I'm just gonna plop down in there. You can see it's already pretty thick. So you just can stick those guys right in there. And you can add more fruit if you'd like and make this more fruit, less Kanten, but it's really just, gelled cantaloupe. So I'm putting in almost a couple cups of raspberries. And I'll just tap those down in there. And then put that in the refrigerator. And then I'll show you how to unmold them. Here we are with some beautiful Kanten. Now I have made a previous batch, which I just put in these lovely little bowls, which you can then have as a snack, right? You can keep these in the refrigerator, get them out whenever you're feeling hungry. That's what I like to do. Or you can make it into something a little bit more fancy. So I've got one here, got a little plate with some lettuce on it. Just gonna loosen it up. See, it's pretty solid. And I'm just going to knock it out. Look at that, oh my gosh, it looks just like some kind of old-fashioned dessert. Now here I've got some little shapes of cantaloupe that I cut out. And I can show you this. It's a little cutter. It's a weird little German cutter that I have for cutting out little shapes for appetizers. Or you can do the old-fashioned way. Got one here, make melon balls. You can get a real orb look going here. So I can just use this scoop and scoop out some melon balls for garnish. All this, we're just kind of getting crazy. Or if you want to try the cutting of the shapes, all I did with that was cut off a slice of melon, and then I have the little cutter which I can plunk down on there, and you can use a little miniature cookie cutter or whatever you've got. And I've got all kinds of different little cutters from different jobs I've had making little arranged things. Look at that little star up on top. So we can put some stars. Got little thick ones and thin ones, hearts. It's just the cantaloupe theme all over the place here today. And again, all this is just gilding the lily. Your Kanten is going to be delicious whether you garnish it with little cutout shapes or not. But it's going to be a great, refreshing snack this summer. So please come along and we'll make it together. You can make it from this recipe. Watch this video and you'll have this delicious molded Kanten.